All right, everybody. Good afternoon. I am late. I know I'm late. I know people are going to get on me a little bit for that. I know I'm late. This went down about 3 hours ago. Would have liked to have had something out in the morning, but it wasn't to be. A trade went down, and I wasn't here to break the news. Not that I'm ever really breaking news, right? None of us on YouTube are really breaking news. But yeah, we've got some breaking news here that's only kind of breaking at this point because it's about 3 hours old. The Seahawks have made a pretty significant trade, and we've definitely got some stuff to talk about with this one. This one's probably going to be a longer conversation beyond just saying what the trade is. But let's just go ahead and say what the trade is. Per Brady Henderson, the Seahawks are trading linebacker Jerome Baker and a fourth round pick to the Tennessee Titans for linebacker Ernest Jones the fourth. Now, the fourth round pick is from next year's draft, 2025, and we are projected to have an extra fourth in next year's draft, according to Brady Henderson as well. So, few things at play here. Few elements at play just right off the bat reacting to this trade without going super deep into it, and that's going to be a later video. Was not a fan of the way Jerome Baker had played for the last month or so. The run fits were just not getting it done. Maybe the injuries have just kind of sapped his effectiveness. Maybe he just wasn't a fit. I'm not sure exactly what to make of it, but I wasn't impressed lately. Really all over the place in run defense in particular, and the coverage was all right, but I don't think it was worth what we were losing on the other side. Ernest Jones the fourth, if that name sounds familiar to you, it should, because he's the linebacker that the Rams traded to the Titans. Not even 2 months ago? Maybe about 2 months ago? So this guy's getting passed around like a little bit of a hot potato, not because he's a bad player. I want to be clear about that. Ernest Jones the fourth is actually a very good player. He's one of the better young linebackers in this league, and the reason why he keeps getting swapped around is nobody wants to pay him. The Rams don't want to pay him because I think they see the writing on the wall that they're about to have to go through some bad years, and they don't want to have a ton of money for a linebacker on the books. And the Titans are having such a bad year, I don't think they want to pay a linebacker either, because they look like they could be in a long form rebuild. So they send him to Seattle, and Seattle is presumably going to try to be the team that actually extends him and keeps him around. So the player upgrade is significant. When I made the Roy Robertson Harris video, my first impression of that trade was, well, maybe he's a decent enough player. I don't think he's going to move the needle. Ernest Jones the fourth can move the needle, right? If he is who he's been at 2 previous stops, he can move the needle. So that's good. And I do believe he's a significant upgrade over Jerome Baker. However, a fourth round pick is no joke. A fourth round pick is significant. I'm okay with giving it up in this draft because I think this draft is going to be pretty weak. 2025's draft does not impress me all that much. I think that most of the really valuable players will be gone in the first 2 days, and a fourth round pick is going to be not too different than a 6th or 7th round pick in other years, because any player worth anything is going to be gone by then, because I don't like this class. And I'm not the only one who says that. To me, and I'll talk more about this later, it's going to come down to what is the extension? What are we going to be paying him? And what are we going to be looking at financially past this move? Because this, let me be very clear about this. This is very clearly a reactionary move, right? We signed Jerome Baker thinking he would be okay. He's not okay. And now we have to jerk around violently to try to find another solution. That's usually not a good thing. I do think we found a pretty good solution. And let's remember here, Mike Macdonald, his defense at Baltimore didn't really take off until he acquired a Roquan. So he traded for an inside linebacker in Baltimore to spark his defense. Now he's doing it here in Seattle. And if it sparks the defense, then it's totally worth it. But I really want to see that extension. All right, another video coming a little bit later where I go a little bit deeper into this. But Yeah, Ernest Jones IV is now a Seahawk. Welcome aboard. Expected to play this week, by the way.